Hello, I'm Aria Wells. Welcome back to our channel, a space for courage, for wisdom, and for truths that remind you your soul was not made to shrink. Tonight's reflection is a call to expansion, a reminder to trust the ache of your spirit when it longs for more. Never settle where your soul feels small. Settling often disguises itself as safety. It says, "This is good enough. Why ask for more?" But deep down, your soul knows. It whispers through dissatisfaction. It aches in the quiet hours. It asks, "Is this really all there is?" When you stay too long in a space too small, joy fades into routine. Hope bends into resignation. And life becomes less about living and more about enduring. That is not why you are here. Your soul carries an ancient wisdom. It knows when a place no longer fits. It resists the walls of smallness. It pushes against limitations others call normal. That restlessness you feel, that quiet discomfort, it is not ingratitude. It is guidance. It is your soul saying, "There is more for you than this." We convince ourselves that staying small is safer. Better the job we hate than the risk of failing at a dream. Better the relationship that drains us than the uncertainty of walking alone. Better the cage we know than the sky we fear. But is it truly safe? Is it safe to silence your voice, to dim your light, to withhold your gifts from the world? The truth is, playing small is not protection. It is slow suffocation. It is the shrinking of your spirit, and the cost is too high. Think of a plant in a pot. At first, the pot is enough. It nurtures, it holds. But as the plant grows, the roots press against the edges. The pot becomes a prison. Growth halts. The only way forward is to be replanted, to seek larger soil. So it is with you. You will outgrow jobs, places, and relationships. And that is not failure. That is proof you are alive. Leaving spaces of smallness is never easy. It requires courage. It requires trust. It requires walking into the unknown. Some will question you. Some will resist your growth. Some will ask why you cannot just stay. But you are not here to make yourself smaller for the comfort of others. You are here to honor the fullness of your being. Better to walk alone in truth than to remain crowded in false belonging. History is filled with souls who refuse to settle. Galileo, who would not confine truth to dogma. Rosa Parks, who refused to shrink into silence. Frida Kahlo, who turned pain into vast, vibrant art. Their worlds told them to stay small. They chose otherwise. And in choosing, they expanded not only themselves, but the world around them. You carry that same power. Your refusal to settle ripples outward, making space for others to rise. The philosopher Emerson said, "Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." Your soul was never meant to follow the crowded road of enough. It was meant to create new paths. It was meant to stretch wide into purpose. It was meant to expand into the vastness of its design. And that vastness cannot be found where you are asked to shrink. How do you know when your soul feels small? When your days feel heavy with repetition? When your dreams no longer fit in the container you are in? When your spirit feels silenced, unseen, or dismissed? Pay attention. Your body carries the wisdom of your soul. Tightness in the chest, a weight in the gut, a restlessness that won't leave. These are not inconveniences. They are messages. Your soul is calling for space. To never settle where your soul feels small is to release guilt. It is to say, "I am allowed to want more. I am allowed to grow. I am allowed to leave." Release the need to justify your expansion. Release the fear of disappointing others. Release the illusion that you must stay grateful for a life that no longer fits. Gratitude is not meant to chain you. It is meant to free you. And the greatest gratitude you can show for your life is to live it fully. So here is your invitation tonight. Never settle where your soul feels small. If a place, a role, or a relationship demands your shrinking, it is not your home. Your home is where your light expands, where your voice is honored, where your joy is nourished, where your presence is celebrated, not merely tolerated. And if you have not found that space yet, do not despair. Keep seeking, keep walking, keep growing. Your soul will recognize its home when it arrives. Do not fear the leaving. Do not fear the stretching. Do not fear the vast unknown, because life does not abandon those who refuse to settle. It meets them with new doors, new paths, new soil wide enough for their roots. You will not lose yourself in expansion. You will find yourself there. So, my friends, carry this truth with you tonight. Never settle where your soul feels small, for you were made radiant, made vast, made for more. If this reflection spoke to your heart, please like, share, and subscribe.